What is going on YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Random, or like my fellow Mexicans like to call me, pues se llama el señor extraño. And if you just so happen to be a sentient being, then by now you have definitely heard of the fox body. And I'm actually willing to bet that when the word fox body comes to mind, you guys are actually thinking about the early 80s to mid 90s fox body Mustang. Well, in today's video, I am gonna blow your mind. That's right, because there's actually more than one fox body car. That's right, today we're gonna talk about the 3 fox body cars that you totally forgot existed. So now El Señor Extraño is gonna school some of you young whippersnappers into shape. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now for the first car on the list, things are about to get just a tad bit sentimental. That's right, guys, because the picture you guys are seeing right now is actually of a young Mr. Random. That's right, you guys are looking at me when I was a young kid back in the 90s. And as you guys can see, you can see car number 1. And of course, I am talking about the Ford LTD, also known by its brethren, more fancier cousin, the Mercury Grand Marquis. Now, as you guys can see, my parents both owned a Mercury and an actual Ford LTD. One was a gray one, the other one was a white one. And I can attest to this, that I was actually transported to school all the way up until 2005 in that very gray car that you guys are seeing right there. So it's safe to say that these cars definitely have a special place in my heart. Until this day, I've still continued my search and trying to find one and completely build it up. But these cars are so freaking hard to find that you have better luck finding Waldo in a red and white mint factory than actually finding one of these with the original 5.0 Mustang engine that it came with. Produced from 1983 all the way up until the short-lived 1986, the Ford LTD, more specifically the Ford LTD LX, which is the one that came with a 5.0 Mustang engine, it was available in a 4-door sedan and 5-door station wagon body style. At its launch, the LTD/Marquis shared a common engine with the Ford Fairmont and Granada, which was a 2.3-liter Lima 4-cylinder, also a 3.3-liter Thrift Power inline 6, and a 5.0-liter Windsor V8, which was upgraded to fuel injection compared to the other carbureted models. Now, sadly, the last Ford LTD rolled off the Chicago, Illinois assembly line on January 3rd, 1986, leaving a hole in my sad, sad heart. Now, if for whatever sick and twisted reason you've always wanted to drive a 4-door fox body Mustang, well then have no fear, because apparently Ford is equally as sick and twisted as you are. From its four-eyed headlights to its squared-off taillights to its super square angular A-pillars, heck, even to its 5.0 Windsor V8, the 1986 Ford LTD LX is literally as close as any of us will ever get to fulfilling our sick and twisted fantasies of owning a 4-door fox body Mustang. And now, making its way down the list, probably one of the coolest car names that Ford has ever come up with. And of course, I'm talking about the 1988 Ford Thunderbird. Now, there are many variations to the Ford Thunderbird. For example, although bearing little resemblance to the 1980 and 1982 Thunderbird, this generation, also known as the 9th generation, also was derived from the Ford Fox platform and shared the Mercury Cougar as its counterpart. In 1984, the Thunderbird and Cougar were joined by the Lincoln Continental Mark 7, which was produced until 1992. Now, the Ford Thunderbird did come with several engine displacements, one of them being the 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that was shared with the Mustang SVO. But a lot of people don't know that it actually did come with a 5.0 right off the fox body Mustang. So what a lot of people tend to do is actually mutilate these Thunderbirds, and they actually put in the 5.0 Mustang engines in them. Now, personally, I'm a bit of a purist, and I actually would have kept it with the stock 2.3-liter turbocharged, as they are actually rarer And coming in last, but certainly not least, in this crazy list of long-lost second cousins of the Ford Fox Body Mustang, we have the 1979 to 1986 Mercury Capri. Now, if you've ever wondered what would happen if a Ford Pinto, a DeLorean, and a Fox Body Mustang ever got in a crazy threesome, well, then the Mercury Capri will definitely be the result. Essentially being just a fancier redesigned Fox Body Mustang. Literally, the only difference is the front fascia and the rear taillights. The Mercury Capri came equipped with a 5.0 liter Windsor V8 producing 225 horsepower, but here's the kicker, it was actually slightly lighter than the lightest Ford Fox Body Mustang, which in my opinion makes the Capri a little bit more of a rare treat if you just so happen to come across one in the right condition for the right price. Mercury Capri, when your sister doesn't want to go to prom with you, but your cousin is down for anything. Now, all joking aside, the Mercury Capri is actually pretty hard to come across, and it's actually an awesome platform to build a badass drag race car in. Now, sadly, from 1991 to 1994, the Capri was shipped over to Australia, mate, where it received a better welcoming than, unfortunately, here in the United States. Even though it did have an incredibly short lifespan, the Capri definitely deserves a spot in the Fox Body Museum as one of the quirkiest, weirdest looking of the Fox Body family. And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you young whippersnappers learned something today about different Fox Body cars that actually didn't have a Mustang name on it. Like always, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this with your friends and drop some knowledge bombs on their asses. Also, if you are new to the channel and you just so happen to like what you see, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more crazy videos like this. Again, it's your boy, Mr. Random, also known as Señor Extraño. And with that being said, take it easy.